Let me go to Lacey out of Oklahoma. Lacey, you are
Hey,
on the
Jesse.
air. Hey, Lacey.
Hey, happy White Man's History Month
Happy
and
Men's
Men's History
History
Month.
Month.
So I called back in December and I told you how I went and forgave my parents,
Yes.
and everything has become like I could see now. But my husband, he doesn't like you. I shared videos with him about you, but I don't know, he calls you a false prophet, and I'm like, what is a false prophet? And he said, well, he doesn't believe in the Bible, and I tried to explain it to him, but he doesn't, I guess, see that. He kind of grew up Catholic though, so it was I don't know if that's part of it or what, but it's been kind of hard. I remember you telling me that whenever one is working on themselves in a marriage and the other one's not,
Yeah,
it becomes hard, you know.
it is. It
So
does.
I've been like seeing that, and then as I'm, overcoming myself in the, seeing the truth about myself and all these false identities, it's like crazy the things, when he comes home from work and he'll tell me the things that happened, and or if we're out, like at the store and someone gives them a bad look or whatever, he makes a whole judgment about them, and it's just kind of crazy, and I don't go along with it. I'm like, huh, okay, but I don't like say much about it. He I guess I don't want to say like gets upset, but I guess he doesn't understand that I'm not following with him with it. And anyways, I remember him telling me one time, this was like recently too, that I had sat down with him and told him that I was sorry for like a lot of the things that I realized that I've done in our marriage, and like resentment and stuff like that, holding against him, and a whole big deal. And I thought we were getting somewhere, and it might have helped. I don't know, but I just felt like I needed to tell him I was sorry. And then we started talking about you again, and he was like, "Oh, you're still listening to that guy?" I'm like, "Well, you mean yeah, because I like listening to the show, and I listen to the fellowship too." And he told me, he's like, "Well, you don't obey me because I don't want you to listen to him." And so I was like, "You don't want me to listen to you anymore? That's kind of wild." And I didn't. Is that wrong for me to still listen to you? If he, I asked him why, and he says because I don't believe that, I don't believe what he says. I think that he's wrong. And I said, well, I can stop listening to him, but I can see now, so it doesn't matter. But my eyes have been open, and I see life the way that it is now. And so I don't know if I guess the light in me is bugging him, and maybe.
And your question for me is what?
Is that wrong?
Is what wrong?
Like if I tell him that I still want to listen to your show, because he's told me before, he's like, I don't want you to listen to him. And I said, oh, I don't understand why. And then whenever I, was talking with him, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and told him, that I was sorry for resenting him and stuff
And so
like
your
that.
question for me is what?
Is that not obeying him?
Hold
I
on. Let me
still
take a
listen to you?
quick break. Don't hang up, Lacey. Hold on. I want to go quickly back to Lacey. Lacey, why do you have to mention me at all? Why can't you just quietly work on yourself? Because to obey your husband mean is you just don't resent him. And since you are married, you're home, you take care of the stuff around the house. But knowing that he, based on what you're saying, he is not working on himself, he can't help you spiritually anyway. Only you can do that by working on yourself. Why don't you just not mention me at all and just quietly work on you?
Yeah. I
No,
guess he notices
that
the
was a
language. Like if
question.
uh, okay, I won't mention you. Whenever I tell him like the things that I'm going through, like things that I've realized about myself, I guess he hears the language or something. I don't know.
But
And
why do
then
you
says
even
he's
have
been
to
listening to that
tell
guy.
him that he's not going to understand if he's not working on himself? He's not going to understand what you mean at all.
Oh, because it'll be a lot of times like when we're riding in the car, and I'll be going through I'm guessing it's part of like overcoming. I don't know if it's like part of the, I don't know, the spirits or something, and where I'll feel it, and I could feel them. It's like a moment of depression, but I'm not depressed, but I can know it's them in my mind trying to, you know, and he'll ask me what's wrong. And I told him one day, I was like, nothing's wrong. I'm trying to get over this thing and not react with it. The thoughts that are, going in my mind and just seeing them and overcoming them. And sometimes it just, I don't know if he sees it on my face or something. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just boring now. I don't know.
But when he asks those things, just say nothing. All is well, and quietly work on you, because spiritually, if you are, and it sounds like you are working on yourself, the evil in him is going to hate the light in you, and the evil is not, the darkness will not understand the light, and so you just say, all is well, all is well. You don't have to talk to him about that. He's not going to understand it anyway. And don't resent him for not liking me or wanting you to listen, because it's not him.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I see it. And
just sit in the pain. You don't have to tell him.
Okay. All right.
Because if you tell him, it may ease the pain. You don't want the pain to be eased. Plus, he's not going to understand what you're talking about.
I've seen that. Yeah.
So why have that conversation with him? You can't have a spiritual conversation with him. He does not understand it.
Okay. Yeah, it's just so wild seeing that with people. Even talking with my dad, I used to get so irritated when I would talk to my dad, but since forgiving him and seeing how my mom actually did turn us against my dad, like more and more is becoming evident. As like when she'll call me on the phone sometimes, I'm like, wow, I could see that evil here a little bit, And I told him, I called and told my dad. We were in a 3-hour-long discussion, and I was like, Dad, I don't know if you were made aware of this, but I was angry at you because of this, and he had no idea. And I was like, why didn't Mom tell you about this certain situation? And she never thought that might have been valuable for him to know, or telling us to date multiple guys at once. I don't think my dad knew about that either. So it was just.
Well,
and I didn't even get irritated at all the entire time.
All human beings are coming from lost parents, and that's what we all have to overcome. Our parents spend 18 years of screwing us up, and we spend the rest of our life of overcoming it. And so, you got to understand that your parents, your husband, sound like your husband, don't understand, and for you to try to have a conversation with these people is trying to explain to darkness the light, and you can't do that. What the light is, you can't do that. They don't want it. And so just quietly, if you do listen to the show, quietly do listen to it, but you don't have to be telling your husband, because you are responsible for your own spiritual journey. He is not. His responsibility to take care of you physically, but he can't do anything for you spiritually. And
that was my response to him.
Anyone.
Is that I was like, God still comes first. Even if you're telling me to go and murder someone, that's still not right. That's not to obey you.
Right.
That's not what that means.
And when he tell you don't work on yourself, don't listen to Jesse, don't listen to that show, he can't tell you that either, because he's keeping you in darkness.
Yeah, that's what I told him. Said I can see now, like it's helping. Why do you want me to stop?
Because he's not of the light. You got to understand that, but don't be angry at him about it. Leave him in his darkness. Don't judge him. Don't be mad, and you just quietly work on you.
Yep.
Why tell him what you're doing when you know it's only going to make him mad?
I don't know. I'm guessing I hope that maybe he could understand it somewhat.
Why do you hope that? That's insane.
I guess so.
You can't hope that for anyone. They have to want it for themselves.
Yeah.
Even God is not going to impose on them If he doesn't want it, he'll just leave him in his hell. Why shouldn't you?
Yeah. And he listens to the Bible going to work and all the scripture. I was like, how do you still, like, he'll say something and I'm like, how do you still not understand that? But I get it. But I don't say it,
Yeah.
But he's listening to the Bible constantly, but he has no understanding of it. And I said, what do you do that for then?
Well, I can understand that sometimes you're going to have those kind of conversations. Even try to avoid those conversations, but sometimes they will come up. But just don't resent him and just quietly work on you.
Okay.
And get rid of this idea that you hope that he will wake up. You can't hope that for anyone. You don't have the right to do that. I don't have the right to hope that for anyone. Each individual adult, he or she, are responsible for themselves. Leave them in their hell because they'll hurt you when you try. If you try to bring them out of their hell and they don't want to come out, they'll take it out on you.
Yeah, I've seen that where he try to catch me like Satan would try to catch me,
Yeah.
If I do something, he's like, oh, you're judging. I was like, I'm not judging. I'm not upset. I could see this right now. But anyway.
So just relax. You can continue to listen to the show, the church, but you don't need to share that with him. He doesn't want to hear it.
Yep.
And you need to respect that.
That's true.
Do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside myself. So just work on you. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, all right?
All right.
And again, don't judge him for not working on himself. Just understand he cannot see, and don't judge him.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been seeing it and understanding that, yeah, he just can't. And maybe one day he will. Maybe one day he won't.
And don't impose the truth on him. Or
Okay.
try to impose. He doesn't want it.
All right.
This is one journey that each individual, male or female, no matter the color, money, and status, because so-called status, you got to travel alone. This is one trip you got to, married or not married, children or no children. This is one journey only you can take, and you only have to take it alone. You cannot bring along anyone. You can't make anyone want it. You can't drag anyone with you. You can't take the crowd. You must travel this road alone.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
What's hard?
It's hard. I realized that recently. I think I don't know if I told him or told my sister that, but I said I have to do this alone. Like,
Yeah.
and it feels that even extra alone because I'm in a marriage and we have a child and I'm having to go through this and it feels like, there's war against me in my own house, like because
They
we're
are
married and it's
against you.
divided.
The darkness
Yep.
is against the light, but that's on them. It has nothing to do with you.
Yep.
You just wish them well by not resenting them and understand that they cannot see, they don't understand. Even your own adult children might not understand it. If they're not working on themselves, you have to leave them behind.
Yeah. What about if my daughter's 7?
That's different.
Okay.
If
Because
you,
I'm trying to, be patient with her teacher, and I've told her sorry for
yeah.
things that I've realized I've done, to where she's aware of and stuff. And my husband,
Your husband what?
he'll, do the Lord's Prayer with her, and I'm like making her, say it and stuff. And I'm like, I don't even know if she knows what
Yeah,
she's
that's
saying.
fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, let her say Lord prayer.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if you have apologized to her for the way you treated her, and now you change from doing that to her, she'll see the light in you. And then if she's praying with her daddy during the Lord's Prayer and all that, that's fine too. And that'll hopefully prevent her from resenting him if he's not imposing it on her, and she'll be fine.
Okay.
Don't let the devil tell you, oh, you're doing the silent prayer. He should not be teaching her the Lord's Prayer. That's fine. You just be an example.
Okay.
And the daughter will see for herself.
All right.
And don't fight with your husband.
Oh, I don't.
Uh, all right, so you can listen to the show, you can watch the church, you can do your silent prayer, but you got to really travel this journey alone. And don't be trying to make your husband understand. And he's, according to you, he's made it clear he doesn't want any part of it. Don't impose it on him. You just have to travel it alone.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Any questions?
Nope, that's all.
All right. I wish you well.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye now.
Bye.
Amazing.